sell my soul, but you could buy the lease. And don't believe in make believe, just make your ends meet. Say a weekend and a weekend, never stress a thing. And we gon' go another day when we don't disagree. And when the sun's shining, regardless if you do believe. Hey, still awaken in the morning when I see your face. Need you more when you go, I need you more every day. Keep a foot on the brake in case I lose all control. Yeah, so baby don't lose control. I've always done you.
Hello everyone. So here we are loading out some potatoes. These are the Pentlandale potatoes that we were harvesting in the video that I put up about driving the Fendt and the Grimmy harvester. So they've been in the store for just over a month now, and so far they're coming out very nicely. Due to the demand at the moment, obviously a wet autumn, there's still spuds left in the ground which need to be lifted, and there's also potatoes left in the ground which are just not going to be touched now if it's not economic to get them, if it's too heavy, too wet, too much of a hassle. So McCain's have brought a few of our loads forward. Last year we didn't load any potatoes out until January. This year obviously loading out, it's now the 25th of November. So a little bit earlier. Usually I think they get loaded out in December. But yeah, been in here about a month, and we've had 6 potato lorries today. So you'll have seen in this video so far that I loaded a wheat lorry first thing this morning, which went off, and he's come back as well for another load. But I did the first load, and then I've been loading these potatoes out. So this is lorry number 6 of 6, and it's entirely up to McCain's to organise the lorries. Well, I say that, they sort of say their demand, and then they work with the lorry, they work with the transport and, you know, lorry companies to organise the loads. And I think there's a sort of regional manager as such who manages this Herefordshire group, and so he'll then direct the lorries to each farm, so hopefully everyone's getting a fair shot at sending some potatoes away, sort of thing. So yeah, anyway, there's the only thing different about loading potatoes out is wheat, you go into there with a bucket and then you lift straight up like that generally. Potatoes, it's better to go in, come back a bit, and then sort of crown it back as you're going back. Because obviously, as you can see, it's a bit like a wall. They're all quite tightly packed together, and if you go in and lift straight up, you're almost at risk of tearing them and damaging the potatoes, which I'm damaging anyway because I slice a few every now and then, so cutting out the middleman. But yeah, it just seems to work a little bit better. And then this is the hopper that you saw in the apple video, so we've now finished apples. Quick turnaround, Raphael, who's on the sort of sorting the speed and watching the other end of the grader, washed it over a couple of days, and yeah, turned around, and now it's up here for loading potatoes out. So it's a Herbert grader. Can't remember the year, but it's quite old, 1980 something I think it is. So the obviously it's old, but the only real negative of it is the coils on it, which aren't quite as efficient as getting all the dirt and everything else out, etc., as a multi-sep like on the harvester. But otherwise, yeah, going well. So yeah, this is load number 6 of the day of 6. So after this, we'll have a bit of a tidy up, go and tip the soil, and yeah, go again tomorrow. So loading up potatoes.
Good afternoon everyone, welcome back. It is now Thursday the 28th of November, and we are just shifting a bit of seed around here. So This is the seed that unfortunately we couldn't get drilled up because of the weather. We planted 720 acres of winter wheat this time out of a planned 1,000 acres. But obviously that's left us with a lot of bags left over. And where this space would normally be free is currently filled up with bags of winter wheat, and I've shifted across some winter barley. But yeah, just moving it out of the way because we want to have a look at the Vadestad drill. Give it a bit of a clean over and make sure the hopper's completely empty to avoid any problems with rats over the winter. And also just give us some extra storage space. Because as you can see with the new apple trailers, which have been washed and put away, we are running out of space. So yeah, that's what we're up to today, along with a few other jobs, but taking them 2 by 2, just because I want the stack to be nice and neat. There's not that many bags. We've got over there we've got 18 bags of KWS Tower, which is a variety of winter barley, and these are Chabras that I'm moving at the moment, and then we've got a little bit of Gleam left over, which was the variety being planted at the time of drilling sort of being called off. So yeah, that's what we're up to. And it's there's been Crop Tech on this week, which is kind of an event aimed at arable farmers more than livestock farmers really, but like a technology event, which I had the opportunity to go to last year. It's in Peterborough over in the east, and it was very good actually, but unfortunately I haven't had the time to go this year. But yeah, last year I came across one thing we don't have here on this farm is a weighbridge. So quite commonly on arable farms, as you bring in grain off the combine, bring it into the farmyard, you go over a weighbridge, which you've already tared or zeroed, say, the weight of the tractor and trailer empty. And therefore when you get on it, you can take away that tear from what your weight is at that point and work out how much wheat, barley, rape, whatever you've got in the trailer, how much that weighs, before tipping it into the shed or into the dryer. But yeah, I came across a company called Griffith Elder, hopefully saying that right, and they make portable weighbridges which look quite handy, considering there's a few different farms, 2, sometimes 3 farmyards that we store the crops on, so it'd be nice to have a weighbridge that we can move around, rather than have to go down to one farmyard which is out the way to tip up here, for example, and slow the combine down. But we also came across there was a weather app called Sencrop, gives you live weather updates on your phone, and that's based over on our farm that's sort of 10 miles away, where obviously the weather could be a bit different to how it is here. So yeah, be interested to know if anyone went. Let me know in the comments if you did, if you came across anything interesting. Unfortunately the technology can't help us with the weather. Farmers ultimately are relying on the weather, both sun and rain, but obviously we've had a lot of rain this autumn, which meant that we weren't able to get all the crops drilled up. So yeah, Raphael washing a bit of kit there. That's the spud topper is washing. I don't know how well you'll have seen it. And I also apologise about the sound of the door, but one of those things. So anyway, we'll get this stacked up nicely, and yeah, I'll see you once we're all done.
Right, so here we are. Just had a bit of lunch. Stacked it all, so we got our winter barley there, KWS Tower, bit of surplus from last year. Shabras winter wheat in the middle, and then some Gleam as well, 6 bags of that. And here's our leftover wheat, so that's all we've got remaining on the farm. The rest of it's gone, but we will go and pull the drill out now and just give it a quick once over and then wash it, and then it'll get serviced over the winter, I'd imagine. But yeah, it got put away in a bit of a rush. It got dropped off and the combi was put on, so it didn't get a proper wash, but there we go. Join you on the next thing we're up to.
Welcome everyone to Friday, and yeah, last day of the week for me, as we are not loading any potatoes out this weekend, which is nice. Nice to have the weekend off. But today we are, well, there's been 2 bean lorries go from the satellite farm up near Leominster, and I'm just bringing home the remainder of the beans. They'll be tipped at Yaser with the rest of the beans that we've got left, and there'll be lorries coming for those next week and onwards. So yeah, nice bit of tractor work. Get out on the tractor. We've had a lot of Manitou work this week. I was off Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday I was at an NFU thing called Speakers for Schools, which I'll probably talk about another time, and then went to IKEA in Birmingham on the Tuesday evening. Was there pretty late. First time I've ever been to IKEA. Hell of a place. Incredible. It's just massive. Huge. So anyway, yeah, filled the car, came back to the house with that, and had Wednesday off just to catch up with a few things at home, sort of thing. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird week to pick my first week to do this this video, considering I wasn't there 2 days out of 5, but never mind. And I'd also like to mention at this point Andy from It's Farming Life for Me, because he does these videos of just snippets of footage from what he's been up to in the week. So admittedly, I quite enjoyed the videos that he created and wanted to give it a shot myself. So hopefully I'll be able to tweak it and edit it so it's slightly different and come up with my own style, as the last thing I want to do is you know, copy what he's doing. But yeah, just sort of preferred it to, for example, doing a video of me driving back for 25 minutes. So I'd rather do little snippets of the week and show you different things that I'm up to, show you the variety even in winter of the sort of jobs that I get up to, and maybe any events I went to. So yeah, I'm not sure if this will be the last bit of footage of the week. It's almost 10:30 on Friday. I have to sort these beans out when I get back, and this afternoon potentially carry on with probably getting the seed out of the Velasad drill, as there was a bit left in there, like I said yesterday. But let me know in the comments section below what you think of these sorts of videos. I'm quite keen to carry them on. I've enjoyed doing them and enjoyed bringing you smaller snippets of what's going on the farm. So I'm happy to carry on with them. Quite, you know, looking forward to doing it next week as well. Just bring the GoPro with me and taking bits of footage here and there. So put in the comment section below what your thoughts are on the videos, if you've enjoyed them. And if this is the last bit of footage, then thank you very much for watching. And if it's not, then I will see you shortly. I'm going to be a good tractor driver here. I've got a massive queue behind me, but I'm going to pull in at this lay-by here, and this will be a good place to end this bit of footage anyway.